Well, let's start off with our first speaker. I want to introduce our first speaker, Stone. Stone G is the CEO of Stone G Digital. Over the past 15 years, Stone has coached and trained more than 29,000 people a year through our various lifestyle and business programs. Now, my friends, you came here to learn about how to create a legacy, and maybe you came here to have more and be more. To kickstart this event, Stone is going to show you how to shine a torch into the magnificence that is your true reality. Stone is a Gulf War veteran that became both surface and air warfare qualified. It means you can place him in any environment and he will thrive. It is an attribute in all of us that Stone will demonstrate how you can activate. Are you ready to unleash your own personal magic? Please welcome to the stage the authority on expanding your mind, Stone G!
I'm going to set you up with a video that's going to provide you with context. And before we get started, I just want to share that all of us have been to these kinds of events before. Just raise your hand if you've been to something similar to this, some type of personal development event. Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand if you've been to something like this before. Okay, just so I can check to make sure you're still alive. Raise your other hand if you didn't raise your hand before. Okay, if you didn't raise your hand before, raise your other hand. Okay, great. All right, excellent. Just want to make sure you're all here. Now, you can hear from my accent that I'm American, and I can't do anything about that. And, Americans are known for being quite effervescent and loud and, a bit excited, and I'm all of those things. So there will be some hugging, kissing if appropriate. Make sure you get permission, and we're just going to have a really good time. All right, so I'm just speaking just before the video starts. Mindset, and I know this is going to rub some of you the wrong way. Mindset is a lie. Mindset is not, and that's what I'm talking about today, and I call the talk the Phoenix Rising event, or talk. And why is mindset a lie? Mindset is, it's very similar to flatulence, because, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's farting. So with mindset, there's the presupposition that if you can hold a thought for long enough, then you can get traction. And how many of you have ever been able to hold a thought for longer than 60 seconds or 5 minutes? Well, you can't. You can't hold a thought for that long. But what you can do, as part of your passion, as part of who you are being in life, that's remarkable. So the question is, for all the things that you say that you want, what is your passion? What is the beingness that's necessary for you to create that as an experience for yourself? Do we have that?
Yes, your clicker is up here.
Okay. Do we have the video though?
Yes.
Okay.
It needs 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. So we just need to show the video first, and the video is only going to go for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to get into the presentation. Now, what we're going to show you or demonstrate to you is how you can create any experience you want in your business, in your life, anything, and I do mean anything. So by the end of this presentation, everything that you have ever dreamed of, I promise you're going to have the steps to get there. Is that something that you're interested in? Just show our hands. Wow, that's interesting. Not everyone raised their hand. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm in the right room. Raise both of your hands if that's something that you're interested in. Wow, I still didn't get everyone's hands. Okay, now we got to do it. Now we got to do it a different way. Okay, everyone stand. Everyone stand. This is 100% participation. Okay, and both hands up. Both hands up if you're in the right place. Okay, both hands up if abundance is your thing. Both hands up if thriving is your thing.
Yes.
Okay, all right, we'll have to deal with that right now. Okay, everyone sit down, everyone take a seat. Ready? Okay, let's go, let's show the video. This will not be an esoteric conversation or sharing of wisdom. Your life and purpose is now. This conversation is a filter or a lens by which one can start to examine what it is to have experiences beyond what is the known and unknown universe. It is in the inquiry of this possibility one can start to feel their identity within the great I Am. Staying healthy in all areas of life is one of the easiest, most fundamental things we can do to thrive right now. I did not say survive. We said thrive right now. If you just want to take one vicarious and/or happenstance day at a time, you are not yet ready. Independent of your perception, you are the author. You can secure a new home, career, life partner, children, move to a new country, and all manner of experiences and things, and at the end of it all, you are left with yourself to produce the same results of who you are being. When we own and grow the wealth of our temple, all things are possible now. Your temple, your body, is the perception and manifestation you choose. It is your reality. It is the choice you make about who you are being. You see, transformation starts within. It is not a variable or a cause of the external, because there is no external. There's only you. We are not singular entities having an experience of life. You are creating and manifesting life regardless of your belief system. In the same way, gravity performs consistently to all things in proximity to it. If these things are true, what questions can we ask next? Perhaps ask, what does the reflection of my environment say about me, and what shall I do about it right now? Ask, how would love answer that question? What would the creator of all things do right now? Life is not realistic. It is explosive and abundant. Everything done until now has contributed to who we are and the decision on who we get to be right now. Regrets in life are not because of what has been done, because regret is born from what did not happen. It is in the ocean of get around to it, and on the peak of Mount Intentions. Take action now. As a creator, would you remember your greatness is an experience of that which has the same significance as the need to breathe. You shall then remember and hold all bliss, joy, and happiness now. Be kind and affectionate now, because the past is a contrived vapor, and the next moment resides in the breast of infinity. This means love now. Okay. Thank you. So I wanted to set the context for what we're going to be going over for the next 2 days. A lot of people in business, and when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about myself. When I first started out, I was thinking, okay, so what is it that I need to do? When I first came to this country, first time was in 2000. I was a software engineer. And then the second time I came, I just came with $500 in my pocket, and I just started screaming at people at Flagstaff Gardens to come join my fitness class. I was in my military uniform, and after about two hours, I think I brought in about $5,000. And that was the start of it. I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew is that I wanted to make a difference. And I bring that up because it is a place of being. I didn't have a business. I didn't know I was supposed to have insurance. I didn't know any of that. I just showed up in Australia and I said, here I am, come get some. And literally it was those words. So I talk about love a lot, and in our organization we talk about love a lot because love is absolutely everything. Matter of fact, every cell in your body is love. And one of the attributes of love is that it is always expanding. And when you're going through your day, the more you consider how you can share love with other people, that is the secret sauce. It is not the doing. It is not the what automation sequence can I put into place? What can I? None of that is what makes a difference. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit about where I've come from, so you can get some context. You heard earlier that I said that I'm American, but I grew up in Japan, and I know most of you have probably can tell that. When I was growing up, all my friends, we were all speaking Japanese, and I was always, what's the word, surprised when they would say, "You're different." Like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not. We're all speaking Japanese. We're all, and I thought I was Japanese, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't have mirrors. So, after I finished high school, I went into the military, and I was in the first Gulf War. There's some context to what I'm sharing. So if you've ever been to Japan, you know that Japan is an elegant country, and everything is done with precision and artistry, and there's a sense of honor. And so that was the backdrop of my life. And then I went into the military, and it was more of that. There was no heart. And so I kept getting the same kinds of results. So fast forward, and I came to Australia, and when I started my fitness business, I thought, well, you know, you people are fat, and I'm not, and so I have all the ideas of how you can not be fat, so you should listen to me. Because when I was in the military, my role was to get people combat ready, and if they didn't do what I told them to do, I just pulled out my sidearm and put it against their forehead and said, do or die. And they always did, but Australians, they don't do that. and so I had a lot of burn and turn in my business, a lot, and I didn't know what I was going to do, and I realized that it wasn't my business, it was me. It was me. I was trying to force an agenda. I was trying to get people to do something when I wasn't connecting to their heart. And really, no one wants to participate in fitness. No one really wants to run a business. What people really want is to be happy. And if you can tap into that happiness, then you got secret sauce. So my why for doing all this has always been about family. And, you know, I'm fertile. I have 6 kids. But when I say my family, I'm not talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about all of you. I'm referring to everyone that I meet. So transformation is just this. When you think of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, the butterfly never thinks back and says, you know what, I really wish I was a caterpillar again, because, you know, I used to be able to crawl around and, you know, fight off birds and so, no, they don't. They move different, they fly different, they have different thoughts, and all of us as human beings, we now have the opportunity as part of transformation, and this is a moment by moment thing, as part of transformation to be reborn every single moment. And that is the opportunity that we have here as business owners. This is the gift that we provide the world. All right, so I have a digital agency, and what we do is a little bit different from what you would expect. Sometimes we have, well, all the time, we have customers who come to us, and this is going to be context for you. We have customers who come to us and they say, hey, we want more what? We want more customers, we want more, what's that? Okay, can somebody give me a big voice? I'm having money, want more money, more clients, more what else? What else? Exactly, they want all of those things, right? And how many in the room would like more of that? Just show of hands. Okay, not everyone. I'm shocked by that. So everyone doesn't want that? Because that's what you're going to get as a result of that. Because I'm about to give you the steps. Let me just make sure. Is that something everybody wants? Okay, all right. You don't seem too convinced. Maybe we're not in the right place. Australians. Okay. All right. Well, that's a really good segue into my next point. Is that if you're going to be who you are right now, then you're going to still get the same results that you've always had. Are you okay with that? Or did you come for more? More. You came for more. Okay. Who's here from somewhere else other than Melbourne? Where'd you come in from?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Where'd you come in from?
Auckland.
Auckland. Auckland. Came all the way here from Auckland. Raise your hand. Yeah, round of applause. Okay. Raise your hand. Where else have you come in from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Mississippi. They still got Starville? Starville, yes, that's where my father's from. Starville, Mississippi. Where else have you come from? Right here. Hawaii. Woo! Came all the way here from Hawaii. Where else? Where else have you come from? You're just excited to be here. Okay. Where else? Yes. Your mother. Yes, sir. Phoenix. Wow. Where else? Where else? Yes, sir. Gold Coast. Yes. Yep. That's my brother right there. That's where I came from. Okay. So all of us, a lot of us have come from different places. Did you just come here to hear me speak or hear some of the others speak? Yes? No? Yeah, just for me. Yeah. No, you came here because you wanted to have an experience of something. And what I want to share with you is that the only way you're going to get that experience today is by bringing it. Do you get that? You're not going to get it because I'm giving you something. You're going to get it because that's what you're bringing. And that's the beauty of being a business owner, isn't it? Is that we have courage. We do things that other people are afraid to do. Okay, so let's stand up because I'm going to show you one of the first steps of how you can get some of that energy that's going to transform your reality. All right, so you see what's up on the screen, and we're gonna say it together, and we're gonna say it aloud, and we want to make sure that everyone, which way is St. Kilda Road? That way? Yeah, we want to make sure that everyone on St. Kilda Road is able to hear this. Now, if it's not loud enough, because I might be hard of hearing, then we might have to do it again. So we're gonna be at this a while. Okay, so you're gonna have to bring it, right? And how many know that your clients are only ever going to live, or your staff is only going to live up to 80% of what you bring? Yeah, that's right. So bring it. Let me get a smile on everyone's face right now, okay? If you have teeth, it's okay. If you don't have teeth, it's fine too. Let me just get a smile. Okay, great. All right, here we go. So you're just gonna, I am beautiful. And even if you don't believe it, shout it out loud anyway. Is that okay? All right, so here we go. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
There we go. All right. So okay, so we got what's gonna happen. Okay. Now to make it really land. Look at the person right next to you, but still look up at the board so you can see what's happening, right? And then I want you to shout out, okay, let's start all over. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am healthy. I am vibrant. I am vibrant. I am amazing. I am amazing. I am perfectly designed. I am perfectly designed. I am a manifester. I am divine. I am wealthy. I am joy. I am infinite. I am everything. I am love. Okay, hold on now. Let's get some body motion into this, because some of you, you're not really feeling it just yet. Now, if you have your hands just like this, like you're trying to protect something, I promise you it's fine. No one's going to go there. Okay, so let's just open up your body a little bit. Put your hands to the side. You know, you're feeling kind of confident. You're feeling nice. Okay? And we're going to continue with I am love now. Now, if you are really love, you probably won't be standing there, I am love. Yeah, no one's going to believe you. So I just want you to get all up in there. You know, I am love. Right? I think she might believe that. Okay? All right, we got two more. Okay, I am love. I am love. I am the great I am. I am the great I am. There we go. Give yourself a round of applause. Please take a seat. Please take a seat. Okay, now notice, this is what I want you to notice. Notice how you feel compared to when we first started out. Right? You notice that? What happened? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. You started moving. You started moving, which is the design of the human body, which is also the design of love. That's what we're meant to do. If that's what we're doing, that's when we start being in flow. That's when we start feeling aligned. So, step one, you may want to write this down. You can if you want. Step one, the first step to expanding who you are, i.e. expanding your business, is to create a transformation. Now that is a declaration that is said in present tense. That's step one. Now, some of you have heard of the fable of the phoenix. The phoenix was this mythical creature that was, it had no beginning and no end. And as the fable shares, the creature said, well, I want to have a different experience of myself, and I want to go to the human existence or human dimension. And when it did that, then the sun saw it and heard its song, and it died. And then it was reborn. It transformed, and when it transformed into something that was remarkable, into something that was beautiful. How many of you have ever been walking into a room and maybe somebody walked up to you and said, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness?
You walked in here and I could feel it. Huh? When's the last time that happened? As business owners, I would say that has happened to all of you, because if that's not what you're creating, for what purpose does anyone have to come up to you? if you're not making a difference, if you're not being love, if you're not showing someone something more than what they already have, why would they come talk to you? So as business owners, we don't have something called shyness. We're not timid. We're very excitable. What, am I speaking to the wrong crowd? Can somebody give me an amen just so I make sure? Okay, all right, there we go. All right. So the Phoenix effect is all of you. How are you making a difference, not necessarily in other people's lives, but for yourself? So I woke up, this is my practice every morning. I wake up at about 4:30. I do 100 push-ups, I do 100 squats, I do 100 sit-ups, and then I run to the gym. And after the gym, I do a 16K ride to the beach. Go to the beach, and I run around naked on the beach, and then I ride back home, and then I take my dog out for a walk, and that's my life, right? And I might have a few conversations along the way. That's my life, and I do it because I love it. And so when people are engaging with me, they're like, wow, Stone, you're so, chill and blah, 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 blah. And they say, what's your secret? I'm happy. That's it. I'm happy. Okay, so step one was to create a transformation, something that is present, said in present tense. So what are some of the things that you'd like to create? Just someone have some courage to tell me. Freedom, and how does that look?
Being able to control your day completely. Control
your day completely. Okay, all right. Who has something specific?
$1 billion empire.
$1 billion empire. Okay, so here's how it would be said in present tense. I am so appreciative and grateful for my $1 billion empire. Now, if you have some tingly bits about it, if you can feel it, sorry, that's step two. So step two is having that transformation as a future that you're living into with passion, or said in a different way, with feelings. With feelings. So some of you guys, you heard I was in the military, and I was one of those, alpha males, with the big muscles and all that stuff, right? Too cool for school, and I would never hug a brother, ever. But I missed out on something in my early years, because if I'm not coming from heart, why would anybody want to talk to me? It's emotions. Emotions are the reason why people engage with you. Okay, so we're going to do another little exercise just so that you can get that. All right. Okay. This is a permission thing. Okay, so go ahead and stand up. And I want you to notice how you feel right now, and then notice how you feel after the exercise. Okay, so this is going to allow you to remember everyone around you is you. And there are no customers or clients or other. It's just you. That's it. So I want you to find somebody you don't know. Make sure you get their permission, okay? And don't get all crazy about this. It's just an exercise. Find somebody you don't know. Can I get a volunteer real quick? Anybody? Come on. All right, come on up here. Come on up stage. Okay, all right, and okay. Sasha.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now, come on over here. Okay, now, when you get all up in there, okay. y'all need to. I don't know what's going on with your mind. Okay, all right. So it's heart to heart. Okay, so come on up in here. All right, heart to heart, and you're just going to hold that for about 40 seconds. That's all right. Now notice how Sasha and I, we're not doing this patty thing. We're not doing the TP thing. you know, it's here. And I'm appreciating, did my mic, oh, good Lord, look at the effect you have on me. Okay, now, so I am appreciating Sasha, not as Sasha, I'm appreciating her as me. There's no separation. She and I are the same thing. Now, consider that if you can see another person as yourself, how valuable can you be to them? Go. Go. Find somebody to hug. Go. Thank you very much.
You're a good hugger.
No padding, no TP. Hold for 40 seconds. Hold for 40 seconds. Notice that they are you. They're not someone else. Notice that they are you.
Are you still here?
Okay, switch. Find someone else. Find someone else.
Any opportunity. It's so nice to be here. This is good.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
To get a quickie with you, I see you alone. Stand up and just face everyone and share what you felt after that.
Well, I was freezing cold, so I think the aircon must be like directly on top of me, and I'm not cold anymore.
Awesome. Awesome. A little bit in the oven is warm, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. What else did you notice? What else did you notice? Yes, right over here. Right over here. Marina. Oh, yes.
I noticed that it was automatic to hug on this side, and it was not automatic, but it felt more heartful to hug left side to left side.
Right. Awesome. 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 And right over here.
Two people. With one person, it was very easy. The energy was flowing from me to him to me. With another person, it was a little bit more difficult. So with this little exercise to loosen up the person and believe that he loves himself. And after that, the energy really started flowing between us.
So I just want to point out that whatever you felt was not because of someone else, it was because of you. You're only able to perceive or become aware of what is inside you. So if you are looking up here and you're seeing me and you're thinking, wow, that is a startling, beautiful chocolate man. That's already inside you. You're already a beautiful human being. Maybe you're not chocolate. Well, you know, you probably like a little bit of chocolate, but that's another topic. Okay, all right. So we got step one, which is the transformation. Step two is the feeling of that transformation. So in other words, it's first you have the thought, and then you have the feeling, right? And then step three is the action. It is the action. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Now, everything that I'm sharing is applicable to every single human being, every single business, and it works every single time. Here's the action. Now, I love going to the gym. I just love it. Okay, let me take that back. I love working out, and I love the euphoria that's associated with exercise. I don't necessarily love being in the gym with other sweaty people. I don't necessarily enjoy being there when they're talking to me, or, you know, if I see someone who's lifting inappropriately and they're going to hurt themselves, you know, that kind of grates. But what I really love is, matter of fact, when I go to sleep at night, I'm thinking, what movements am I going to do in the morning? And I get all excited about it, like I'm going to have this sumptuous meal and I can't wait. And probably one of my favorite things to do is leg day. Love leg day. And I love when I'm getting really low into a, don't worry, my pants won't split. I get really low into a squat, really like down here. Right? This is this is where your booty starts getting all into it. And when I start feeling that burn in my booty and I come up, I just love it. Now some of you may not have that kind of association with exercise or physical exertion, but you'll have that with something, right? Here's my point for step 3. For step 3, there's action. Because I'm thinking about the movement, and I have passion associated with that movement, it results in action that is consistent with my thinking and feeling, and it is intuitive, it is natural. So if you're trying to expand your business or you're working with blah 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 and it just feels hard, it feels difficult, it doesn't feel natural or authentic, that's feedback from your source that you're not aligned with that. So stop doing it. If it doesn't feel good, why do it? About 7 years ago, I had I opened up a spa, and it was a Lomi Lomi spa. It was on Collins Street, and from the first day it was opened, it was packed. It was packed. I had 6 other masseurs that were working with me, and it was just, you know, you come in there and you smell all these essential oils, and it's just kumbaya, and it's like, oh, I don't know if you've ever had a Lomi Lomi, but a Lomi Lomi, it feels divine. It feels like you're back in the womb again. It's so nurturing and beautiful, but it was hard work. It was hard work, so I closed it. I stopped doing it because I was in there from like 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, and it was hard work, and I lost. Well, for me, this is an I statement. I lost the point. And I'm sharing this because some of you have had the same experience, just like what Johan shared earlier. That sometimes you lose the point of your passion. So while Lomi Lomi, it feels good. Are you noticing what I'm sharing with you? It feels good. My thinking about the business changed, and so it no longer felt good. So I could no longer take the actions associated with step 3, with generating a successful relationship with the people who are coming in. So let's recap. Step 1 is what? Transformation, it's the thinking. Step 2 is the feeling. Step 3 is the actions associated with it. And the actions are intuitive and they are natural. So why do we manifest? The reason why we manifest is the same reason as why do we breathe? Right? That is a function of love. That is a function of what it is to be a human being. That is a function of, that's the point of why we're here. Okay, now we're going to do one more exercise. Now this one is going to test you. Are you okay with that? All right? Yeah, it's definitely going to test you. Let me get I'm going to get somebody from the back, because sometimes the people in the back, they feel like they're not. Yes, ma'am. Come on. Round of applause, because she has no idea what's about to happen. Okay. All right. What, your name again?
Heather.
Heather. Okay, Heather has no idea what's about to happen. Now, this is an example of what can be possible between you and your customers and the people who are in your life. This is not just relevant for customers, it's also relevant to the people who are closest to you. And what I'd really like for you to get out of this is that this is what we are. If any of you have children, then you would know that your children cannot survive without being in close proximity to you. We are born kinesthetic. Okay? All right, so what you're going to do, and you can stand or sit, doesn't really matter to me, just so long as you get into the space of this. You're going to face your partner, and I would, you know what, let's all do it the same way. You're going to face your partner, and you're just going to hold hands. And you know, you've heard of that 3 feet of separation or comfort or whatever. We're just going to decimate that. Okay? We're going to get right up in there. Okay? And so what I want you to do is face your partner, and you're going to look right into their eyes. And as you're looking into their eyes, notice the color, notice the shape. And if you're looking really closely, you might see a reflection. And as soon as you see the reflection, as soon as you see your reflection, go in deeper. And start to notice how this person is not external to you, they are you. And I want you to expand the love that you are. Expand your identity. Not just to this person, but to everyone around you. Start to feel every person around you as you. Beautiful. Let's give Heather a round of applause. Now, Heather, hold on. Heather, hold on, hon, just one moment. Okay, and we're just going to give you a little spoiler alert. Is this on? Yeah. Okay. Here, go ahead. Heather, we did it really quickly, but share what you experienced for yourself, and then share if you were able to magnify that, what would be possible with your customers. Go.
For me, that is an incredibly heart-opening experience. And I've really got goosebumps because I live from this place most of the time, and my business survived. It didn't survive, it thrived for 35 years and 8 months because it was all based on heart and the oneness and the family and the connection. So I'm goosebumping all over, shaking, just to be reminded of how powerful that is to be one, and to be that one family, and to be that one heartbeat. So deep gratitude. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, go ahead and, so look for someone that you have not hugged before or shouted with, someone completely new, and we're going to do the being with exercise for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay, go. Okay, no talking, feeling only. Going deep into their eyes. Your soul is one. Who you are is one. You're not separate. We are all the same organism. We are the same breath. We are the same heartbeat. This is what your children are after. This is what your family wants. This is what your customers want. This is what you want. To be known, to be cherished, to be loved, to be accepted, to be valued. Keep looking into their eyes. Do not look away. Expand what you are. Okay, time. Thank you. Please have a seat so we can go to the next section. Okay, I would like 3 volunteers, please. Just raise your hand. Okay, great. You were really enthusiastic, please. And yes, really enthusiastic. And okay, yeah, come on. Come on. Yep, come on. Yep. Well, come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on up. Okay, this is more than 3. That's fine. Come on up. Come on up. Yes, please, come on up. Okay, it's a good mix. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to we'll start with you, Frederick. Okay, so please share what happened for you. So it's a 2-part question. What happened for you while you were doing the Being With exercise, and if you were to explode that with the people in your life, your customers, what could then be possible? Okay, go.
For me, there's no difference between self and other. So I feel a connectedness with everybody in the room, in my life, in the world at large. So when I had that opportunity to look into Lena's eyes, I felt I lose myself. I seem to be gone. There, wherever there is. So that's my experience.
And expanding that for more people in your life, what else is possible?
It's respect. When you realize that everybody in your life is a projection of yourself, really. So when you're doing business with people, how could you rip them off? How could you hurt them? How could you do them injustice when you realize you're dealing with yourself?
Thank you. How many are hearing how aligned that is? How many also agree with what he was sharing? Okay, next person, please.
For me, I felt like everyone disappeared. It was just me and Vanessa, and I felt very at peace. I didn't really think, it was just sort of the same. And then all I thought was, you're beautiful, we're beautiful, we're one. And then when I spoke with my partner afterwards, she was thinking the exact same thing. So we were very connected and just as one. And I feel the same with everyone in the room, just all one. We are one.
Yes, awesome. Yes.
For me, it was very powerful. It was a wow factor, just connecting with Maya. And and in terms of business, I love to be connected with my customers. And in being an insurance game, I want to make sure that I'm giving them the best service. If something happens, then I'm there to look after them. They're not left alone. That's what's most important to me.
Thank you.
I had somebody who was quite nervous to be in that close proximity, and it took a little while for the energy to settle, but once it did, it was like we were both breathing at the same time, and we were both, just relaxing at the same time, and that flow that we had between us just felt expanded. And I think of people as being sort of branches in the tree, and we're all kind of leaves out there together, and so that just reinforced that feeling. And then at the end, he actually was like, we got a hug now. So that connection that we received through the eyes became a connection that was far more heartfelt than I'm sure he was comfortable with at the beginning. So that was incredible. And it's just really validating, because I also believe that, we really are loved, and that if we can, no matter what happens in business, there's always going to be a challenge, but if we can take that challenge on in a matter of love, and we can say, hey, look, I know this went this way, and I love you and you love me, so let's get this done together for each other and for the higher good and for our businesses and for ourselves, then all the problems that we can have, no matter what, and all the solutions that we can have, no matter what, they become a joint endeavour, and we're all one.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's give them a round of applause, because that was fantastic. Thank you. So let me see if I can go to. So what we're uncovering, I would hope, what we're uncovering is that business is not business, is it? It's relationships. And to the extent you're willing to open up your Heart is the extent to how your business can expand, right? When I first got to this country, I didn't really smile a lot. And, you know, someone who's 6'5", 100 kilos and seething, and people would say, "What's wrong?" "Nothing's wrong." There's no alignment, right? But for you to come up to me today, I'm smiling, and I'm, you know, I have a dog. I don't know if some of you might know that I have a dog. His name is Lucian. He's an Italian bull mastiff, and he's about 75 kilos, and he's all black, so he's very much like me, and he loves cuddles. He's a cuddle whore. And when he sees you, it doesn't matter who it is, animals, people, he's just like, "Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Would you like a cuddle?" Oh, and that's all he wants. And that's how I am. Like, I want that all the time. But, you know, unfortunately, it's like there's this social construct. You just can't go up to random people and give them up. But how cool is that when you create that as a space for people to step into? Can you hear me? Can they hear me? How cool is that when you create that as a space for people to step into? Now, who wants to create that as a relationship for all your customers? Okay, that wasn't everyone. Is it? Does anyone, okay, put your hand down. Does anyone not want to create love and abundance for your customers? Okay, that's good. That worked. You didn't have to. You didn't have to put your hands up. All right, that's awesome. Okay, questions. Okay, questions. Yes.
Thanks. So what would you recommend to those that are struggling to remove the layers that are suppressing the love at the moment? For those that might have found that experiment a little bit challenging, what would you suggest?
Beautiful. That's an awesome question. How do you transform your mindset? How do you transform who you're being when the reality, let's say your business is not doing too well, or maybe you've had a family incident. How do you transform your context? And I'll give you an example. So I shared with you about my dog Lucian earlier, and he's a really big dog. So consequently, he makes these really big poos. Right? They're huge. And if you have a dog, you know that dog poo does not smell very nice. Right? Well, no poo smells nice, but especially dogs. I mean, they eat meat. It's just gross. So if I go, can I use this? I promise I'll give it back. So if and this is not to scale, but if I look at my dog's poop like this, right? And like I'm looking at his poo, and then I got the smell coming up my nose, and even if I put whipped cream on it, right? I try to be positive. I'm just gonna, turn it into a pie. It's still dog poo, isn't it? Right? And I'm looking at it. My whole life, the representation of my life is dog poo because of what I'm focusing on. So the answer is to focus on something else. And how do you focus on something else? You go inside and you look at what you really are, which is love. And how do you remind yourself that you really are love? Look at all the things in your life that represent love. Do birds ever have to worry about where they're going to eat or where they're going to live? No, they don't have a mortgage. They're fine. They don't worry about business. My dog does not worry about getting fed. He is well fed. He eats about 2 kilos of flesh and does not have to work to get it. So why do you have to worry about that? Right? Are there more examples of abundance, or are there more examples of other? And the answer is whatever you decide. Has that answer your question? Now, here's the second answer to what he was talking about. If you're having a challenge, remember that you are not you. You are not what you see in the mirror. You're not even your thoughts. Reach out to someone and say, hey, can you tell me how awesome I am? Why not? Thank you. Very good question. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you very much for your exercise that all of us are involved. But I just want to share my experience.
Yes.
That I know that love, it conquers things and it changes anything, regardless of barriers or obstacles that you have. And I was experiencing with this gentleman. And I know that if I go through his eyes, I will feel how will I feel. But it is up to me to accept if I would allow his love to go through. And I was experimenting because I know that everyone would feel different things and they would travel through that love internally. And for me, I'm not sure if he has noticed that I didn't let him connect to me. That is because I want to see how powerful he is and how powerful also I can block it.
Mm.
And that's just power of love. That I didn't accept his love, and he could not penetrate. And it's the same in any relationship. Your husband, your wife, you can't marry unless you accept that love. And the same thing with business. You can never go through a business partnership unless and until you accept the condition and you let the love go through and penetrate and accept it.
Okay.
Before then you can make the decision to move to the next level.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so let's just reframe that. Let's just reframe that a little bit. And she's exactly right, because how much you choose to accept love in your life is how much you want to grow. Now, as an example, let's take a tree, right? And take any tree, it doesn't really make a difference. Have you ever noticed a tree? Now this is relevant to all of us, okay? So it's a fact. It's not one of those, oh, that sounds nice. No, this is relevant to all. Have you ever noticed a tree say, you know what, I'm growing here in the Botanic Gardens, and really I would rather be in a forest, because then I could thrive more. I don't think I'm going to grow today. I just, actually I'm feeling a little bit depressed because, I'm getting rainwater from the Yarra River. I'm not getting it, how come I can't grow up on the Gold Coast where it's beautiful and sunny and amazing all the time? Why do I have to be here in the Botanic Gardens? Trees don't do that. They never do that. My dog never does that, ever. My dog, as soon as I walk out to his house, he's like, oh my gosh, you're here again. Oh my gosh, are we going for a walk? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited every single time, as if it's new. And for him, it is. And did you know that that's the same energy that you have within you? It really, really is. Now, that my thing is I love working out, and I love, going to the gym. But what is your thing? Do you have a thing? You do, because you're alive. If you did not have a thing, you would not be here, right? Some of you have flown from a long way away to get here. I'm sorry, that's like I just start massaging people. Is that okay? So what I'd like for you to do is just share with the person next to you what you are so passionate about. And when I say so passionate about, I'm talking about the things that gives you goosebumps. It makes you excited. You want to jump up and down and say hallelujah. Okay, go. 2 minutes. Go. Okay, switch. If you haven't, make sure you both have an opportunity to share what you're so passionate about. Okay, thank you. It's really fantastic to see how everyone is so engaged. Okay, thank you. How beautiful is this? And this is the first presentation that is setting the foundation for the next 2 days. I'm going to say something that you may find a little bit shocking. Business authorities is not going to save you. And it's not going to make your business better. It will not. That is all because of you. Whatever you're bringing to this event, that's what's going to make the difference. So if you are here to have us give you something, you're in the wrong place. If you are here because you know you're a creator, you know you're a manifester, and you're ready to be with like-minded people who want to grow abundance and love, you are absolutely in the right place. How is that going to look? So in your breaks, you're going to be walking up to random people. You can give them a hug if you want. You know, you can do all that stuff. You can do the being with exercise. You can create that connection. Get out your phones. You know, do a little selfie with that person and exchange details. And when I say exchange details, I'm not talking about phone number because you're going to lose that. Don't give them your business card because you're going to lose that as well. Give them your calendar link so that in the future, in a defined future, you can actually get together to connect. And when you get together, you don't have to do something. It's not like, I want to contribute to you. I don't want to give you something. Maybe they don't want to get anything from you. Like maybe they just want to enjoy your company, right? But be present. With some of these kinds of events, some of the most powerful experiences I have had have not been with what I heard from on the stage. It's always been the experiences and the relationships that I've cultivated with the people that were in the room. So please do not miss this opportunity. Make sure you expand who yourself is. Now, with the other presenters that are going to be coming up, they're going to give you a lot of how-to. They're going to give you some strategies. They're going to give you, and this is all within their passions and what they're experts in. Listen from a heart of curiosity. And if you hear something that resonates with you, don't be shy about it. I want you to run up to them and grab them and say, I want to do this right now. Because that's why they're here. Now, and that's with any of us. Our particular organization, I'm talking about, mine, we don't take on anyone unless they're open to coming from the heart, unless they're willing to go on the journey. Because it's who you are on the inside that creates every experience you have on the outside. So if you're looking for a digital agency and you're not willing to go on that journey, don't come to us. There's other people you can go out to. And I trust that you're going to have an amazing experience because a lot of you have had to do something to get here. I mean, you had to get up early, you had to, wash and maybe brush your teeth. You had to have a particular mindset to come here. And I am so appreciative that you're here so that we could all commune together, contribute to one another, and love one another. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Eric, and he's going to introduce the next section.